Over 500 men, women, and children die every year trying to cross a line in the sand to get to America. 500 men, women, and children just to try to be free in this country. My name is John Savoy, and I am a descendant of immigrants. I'm an Italian American. I'd like to talk a little bit about my history and my family history. 1.3 million immigrants came over in 1907, most of them Italian and Irish. In 1907, a lot of those immigrants were what we could consider today as illegal immigrants. What would happen with particularly Italian immigrants, the poor immigrants would come over to this country as my grandparents did. My grandparents came over in 1903. They would come over illegally. They would sneak on boats and go get to this country. And when they arrived here in this country, they were not turned away. They were accepted into this country. However, they were discriminated against when they got here. They would be put in lines and signs hung over their necks that said WOP, which meant without papers. Today, that's evolved to, if you call an Italian American a WOP, that's a derogatory term, but that's where it comes from, is because the poor Italians would have signs that said WOP, without papers. The United States government estimates that there are around 12 to 20 million illegal immigrants in this country today. Many of those immigrants, or all of those illegal immigrants, are not paying taxes. They, when they get hurt or get sick, they still go to the hospitals. They still, and they're not turned away. They may not get the best care that this country has to offer, but they still get taken care of. And all that money that is being used to take care of them is coming from taxpayers and the U.S. government. In 2009 alone, 3 hospitals were closed in San Diego area alone because of the amount, what their claim is, the amount of illegal immigrants was so high that they could not afford to sustain the hospital because of all the free care they were given. I understand we can't allow the whole world to live in America. The purpose that I would propose that people that are already here are allowed to become American citizens. They could all pay taxes to help stimulate the economy. They could all pursue education to help them contribute to society in more ways than just doing manual labor. The manual labor that they do, if they are American citizens, could be very vital to the future of this country. We could provide more exports as we did in the early 1900s on the hardworking immigrants back. In 2005, out of the millions of illegal immigrants that the government allowed, 1.1 million of those to become citizens. There were around, back then there were around 12 million illegal immigrants, and they allowed 1.1 million to become legal immigrants. or American citizens. Out of that 1.1, how many do you think came from Mexico? I asked this question at work, and mostly everybody said, oh boy, out of the 12 million, most of the immigrants must have been from Mexico, so I would say 750,000. Well, the number was 173,000 were from Mexico. In fact, out of the 1.1 million, 600,000 illegal immigrants were from Europe. If you let all illegal immigrants become citizens, the government can't regulate and control what races or religions come to this country. This would lead to a more balanced America, and would lead to more balanced elections, which would help lessen the discrimination in America. The government has been controlling, the government controls who becomes a legal immigrant and who doesn't become an American citizen, and who doesn't become an American citizen. To me, that they're picking and choosing, instead of why not just let the people that are here become citizens. If nothing is done about the illegal immigration, the number of non-tax paying people will continue to rise, which will cause the food banks to be full, crime to rise. Allow these people to become American citizens and give them the opportunity to get higher educations and provide for their families. What can you do as an audience? What can you do to help this out? Well, it all starts with each and every one of you. You can help by voting for politicians that have the same belief that it would be more beneficial to have these illegal immigrants paying taxes and being a higher part of society. Also, you can vote for bills that are proposed and make them law, that illegal immigrants will become American citizens. Again, immigration is a big problem in this country, and I believe we can eliminate a lot of that problem by making the illegal immigrants that are in this country American citizens. Thank you for your time.